Hi and welcome to Corghi. Today I want to show you the HD 700 heavy duty tire changer, perfect for fleets, for semi and for all your 22.5 rims. As you can see, we can handle super single like this one, aluminum rims. We can handle regular 22.5, but this machine has a clamping capacity up to 26 inches, okay? These are only 22.5. Okay, let's go through the components, the main components of the machine. We have a spindle right there, like every heavy duty from Corghi. We have the power box right here, where we can power the machine. We have this ramp connected to the bead breaker that will move back and forth while we change our wheel. We have our regular pry bar over here. We have the bead breaker assembly. As you can see, we have a disc. We have a finger on this side. This one, depending on the wheel we are going to do, we can slide it back and forth. It's got two different positions depending how wide is our wheel, because with regular 22.5 we can leave it in this position and only rotate the head when necessary. With wider wheels we might have to move it in the back position when we break the bottom bead. Okay? Control unit, very simple. We kept it extremely simple. We have a joystick here that activates up and down the spindle, back and forward this ramp with the bead breaker. We have a control in the back that basically open or close the jaws, and we have two pedals, rotation clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, let's fire it up. As you can see now, I'm gonna do an aluminum wheel, a very fancy Alcoa rim. So in that case we do have accessory like this. So it's an aluminum protector to basically save our fancy wheel. So it's enough to snap these into place. You can now put your wheel on the ramp. It will make it easier to move. As you can see now with this joystick, I can move back and forth the carriage. So basically I just get close to the spindle, make sure my jaws are closed, going to the first step and open them, making sure trying to grab it as even as possible, okay? So in the center, right there. When we are sure we got it, we can now lift our wheel and start breaking the bead. I would always break the bottom bead or the rear bead as you prefer. Move the bead breaker, lock it down in place, go close to the rim but not touch it, and now with the red arrow, so with the counterclockwise pedal, we are going to break the bead. Take it closer to make it easier, and it's always a good thing to lubricate it while we do this, especially after a tire has been for thousands of miles on the road. You can put the lube right there, bead and rim. Once you have done that, in the rear you're going to do the same process in the front. Just take this out, move it to the front part, move the whole carriage forward. You can now lock it back in place. And since we are going to need the disc, I just press this, rotate it. I'm going to do exactly the same procedure in the front. Red arrow, counterclockwise. Gonna put a good amount of lube. Lube always helps. Now we are going to demount the front bead. So we just need to rotate again. Make sure I grab the bead with the finger. Make sure you got the right distance so you're not gonna run on the rim. Take your pry bar. Just slide it right between the two, okay? Very easy. And again, red arrow, counterclockwise. it will just come off as easy as possible. Put my pry bar back. I'm now going to take out the rear bead. Lock it back in place, and while you push the bead out, you should rotate. This would make easy the whole process. If you see that you are too close to the rim, you can always fold this back. And as you can see, I keep rotating because we gotta go over the valve stem. When we get to this part, you can see the opening. We can do basically half of the tire. When you hear that click, we can basically move it out. And we can now lower the carriage. This is the safest possible way, because when you lower the carriage, tire is out and it's not jumping out and falling on you. So to mount our tire back, of course, lube on both beads. You can use the bead clip, but the way I prefer is this. Basically, I just go in with the carriage. This brings the tire underneath the rim, and all I do, I push down the rim and I start rotating. Doesn't matter really which direction, and the tire will pop easily in. As you can see, the bottom bead is done. For the front one, we will need our bead clip right here. We have also one made out of aluminum that is extra safe for the rim. Basically, this one just goes in the edge of it. We bring it at 10 o'clock. Again, set the finger in place, probably 1 inch from the rim, even closer. And now start with the black arrow, so clockwise. The only thing you gotta make sure now is that the bead sits into the drop center right there, as you can see. So all I do is with this finger, I'm pushing in, rotate a bit. Now I'm sure it's in the drop center. I can start coming out, so the bead over here doesn't roll over too badly and does not damage the tire. So basically you keep coming out while you do this until it pops completely in. All the way out. And our tire is now mounted. Now you can just remove the bead clip and air it up.